Bravo Oscar Mike, mobile.
Okay, the Delta Oscar 1, who's mobile, thank you for calling me. I'm sorry I missed the suffix, but I knew you were mobile. But no problem, we'll get you in the logbook today. My name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. And I'm in the southeast of England, about 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. I'll give you your report on the next over, and I'll give you some technical details. Delta Kilo 1, who is mobile, this is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Fox.
Yes, my friend, the suffix is Bravo Oscar Mike, Bravo Oscar Mike, Eagle Ontario Bicycle. Delta Oscar 1, Bravo Oscar Mike. Operator name is Boris, Bravo Oscar Romeo Sierra, like the Boris Becker or Boris Johnson. Your first line on the Baltic Sea, and that's Germany, right?
Yeah, okay, I've got the call sign now. Delta Oscar 1, Bravo Oscar Mike. That sounds a lot better. And I know you're mobile, and I know we've worked before, Boris. We worked before in 2025, although I don't think you were mobile then. But yeah, you're about 5 and 3 to me today, Boris. About 5 and 3. I'm using today IC-7300. I'm using 100 watts from the radio, and my antenna is a 5/8 wave vertical. And the last time we spoke, I was using a Yaesu Fox Tango 757 Golf X-ray. So all good stuff. We've got you in the book there, Boris. Tell me again, sir, what is your working conditions? And I can put all of that in my logbook. Back to you. Absolutely fantastic. Well, it's working well. I mean, your signal isn't strong, and I do have a little bit of local QR Mexico here, Boris. But you know, the CB antenna, and I think you said the FT817. I've been using my FT817 with my homebrew 30-watt amplifier the last few weeks. But today, I decided to try the IC-7300. I've not used it for a week or so. And I just wanted to you know, keep it working by firing it up every now and again. Well, I'll give you some whiskey x-ray here if you're interested. It's about 26-27 degrees Celsius here today, with lots of blue sky, some small clouds. We are expecting the next 4 days for the temperature to be over 30 degrees Celsius. So we're in for about a 3rd or 4th heat wave here in the southeast of England. I like the sunshine. It's always good when it rains in the evening though, Boris. Back to you. Oh, fantastic. Well, 18 degrees is better than freezing. Well, Boris, your signal has dropped now. You are just on my noise floor. I have a Santiago #1 noise floor, and you're just on that now, making your readability about #4. So I'll let you go for now, Boris. As I say, you contacted me last year. You've contacted me this year. Hopefully, you'll contact me before next year. It'll be good to hear you again in 2025, but if not, make sure that you call me during sporadic E on 10 meters in 2026. But I'll wish you goodbye for now, Boris, only because say the propagation isn't fantastic, and I do have a little bit of local noise. So I say alles Gute, mein Freund, alles Gute and auf Wiedersehen. Good luck, 73. Bye bye. Lost you, Boris.
Mobile.
Okay, I've got a Mike 7 who's, I think I heard Victor Golf in there mobile. Once again, not very strong. Be interesting to find out where you are. I suspect this isn't Skip, this is Ground Wave. The name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm in Sidcup in Kent, so just southeast of the city of London itself, about 15 miles or so. I'm sure you know it. So the Mike 7, ending Victor Golf and mobile, this is M0, JCF listening.
Good afternoon, Mark. This is Mike 7, Mike Victor Golf. Operator name is John, Juliet Oscar Hotel November, and I'm located up near Loch Ness in Scotland. You're a 5 and 7, Mark, Roger.
Okay, Mike 7, Mike Victor Golf. Well, that makes a lot of difference. Absolutely fantastic, John. You're about 5 and 5 on the peak to me, 5 and 5. I'm using an IC-7300, whatever comes out the back of the radio, so probably just over 100 watts. And the antennas are 5/8 wave of vertical. I did notice there was sporadic E-clouds over the North Sea, so that's probably the cloud that's spreading into northern England or central England that's given us this propagation. But yeah, you're about a 5 and 5 on the peaks, John. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks for the report there, Mark. Yeah, we're just sitting in the yard at my work, just waiting to get the word to go home. We're using the CQ10m this side with just a 25 watts through a ETAS antenna there, Mark. But as I say, 5 and 7 gauges in there. Nice to hear a little bit of propagation coming through, Roger.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, John. Well, you know what is, you've got a little bit of QSP on the signal. You're definitely stronger than the German signal I was just working before then. And you know what? I really enjoy sporadic E-season. Of course, I enjoy working the 500-mile range that you get with a single hop. But I tell you what, I work in Scotland, the far north of England, the Hebrides, I know that is Scotland, etc. That always gives me a big thrill. I always love this short skip on sporadic E on 10 metres. I mean, 10 metres in the winter, I'm working all over the world. But when we have sporadic E in the spring, early summer, as I say, working the Europeans is great. But when I work the UK on such short skip, always gives me a good old thrill there, mate. It's nice to work you today. I don't know how long it's going to hold up. I have heard Danish stations as well as northern Germany on 10 metres. So before you close up shop, you may grab a few more. I don't know. MM7, MVG, mobile, M0, JCF.
Yeah, QSL, Mark, no problem with that.
Yeah, now I'm beginning to lose you. I didn't catch a lot of that. I caught about 50% of it. Just to indulge me, just repeat that, mate. Back to you. Okay, yeah, I'm losing you now, John. It was a little bit difficult to hear that, but I'll tell you what, I have recorded this QSO. I have got a YouTube channel, John. It's just plain and simple, M0 JCF ham radio, so very easy to remember. And if with your permission, I'll stick this video on later so you can see how you sound down in Kent in the southeast of England. Back to you. Yeah, John, you're down to about a 3 and 1 now, but I did hear you say, wish me all the very best, and that's all we can hope for. But glad to get an MM7 in the logbook on sporadic E today. You're very rare and few and far between, John, so great to get you in the logbook. I know you're using an 891, I know you're using 25 watts, and I know you're using an ATAS antenna, so all credit to you, mate, for sticking with it. Good good luck. Enjoy your evening. We've got lovely sunshine down here, and hopefully the warm weather will come up your way as well. There does seem to be a little bit of a north-south divide. We seem to be burning hot down here, while you're in sort of mid-range up there. But you know, that's just the way of geography, I suppose. Take care, mate. Bye bye for now. Yeah, thanks, John. I do appreciate that, and lovely to hear you. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. Nothing is heard. CQ10, CQ10. Okay, I got Mike 1 Kilo Hotel. Missed the last letter, but we'll get there. Absolutely no problem. The name this end is Mark. Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm down in Sidcup in Kent, so just southeast of London. I'll give you a report on the next over and some details. As I say, you weren't very strong. Probably Santiago 1, maybe 2, and the readability was between 4 and 5. But I've got the Mike 1 Kilo Hotel, and over to you, sir.
Yes, I'd like to recall is Golf Mike 1, George Mexico 1, Kilo Hotel Uniform. Kilo Hotel Uniform, KHU. The name inside is Chris, Canada Henry Radio Italy Sugar. Located 35 miles northwest of the city of Aberdeen. Oscar 87 square. You're about a 558, 58 with 2S Baker, Mark. Golf 8 Japan Charlie Fox, Golf Mike 1, Kilo Hotel Uniform, over.
Yeah, Golf Mike 1 Kilo Hotel Uniform, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Absolutely fantastic, Chris, to get you in the logbook today. You're just about 5 and 3 to me, 5 and 3. I've got the 5 and 5 from you. Today, Chris, I'm using an IC-7300. I'm using whatever comes out of the radio, probably just over 100 watts, and the antenna is a simple 5/8 wave vertical antenna. So a classic CB silver rod from the 1980s. So that's the story, mate. You're 5 and 3 with a little bit of QSB, and I do have a Santiago 1 noise floor. It came up about 20 minutes ago. Sometimes it vanishes, sometimes it stays with me, but so long as the propagation's there, mate, we'll be good. I see we got now signals coming into the southeast from Germany, Denmark, and now you're my second one from Scotland, Chris. Back to you.
Roger, Mark. It's been absolutely dead here. For the last few days we've had 2 massive roars. Nothing workable. Nothing to see, but I've been told that we've had massive roars, mainly up north. But, you know, I'm used to it. One was at 4 o'clock this morning, and one was a couple of days ago. Both times I was asleep. So, we've just about killed the bands off up here. We haven't had any propagation, very little sporadic mark, very little sporadic this year. The Danes completely died. Managed to work the Falkland Islands, but that came up out of nowhere and then disappeared again. And the 10-metre band, 12-metre band, and 6-metre band, and then all disappeared, bro.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Well, you know, really, we get the summer doldrums on 10 and 12 metres, sometimes a bit of 15 as well. You know, between sort of the equinoxes, really, between the spring and the autumn equinoxes, you'll find that the northern hemisphere, 10 and 12 metres, the DX drops off considerably. Yeah, I know the Falklands, you can work that almost all year round, as you can South Africa and Australia, you know, round that way. I find the further north that you go, though, as we go through the summer, yeah, the DX isn't there. But yeah, you're quite right. There's been lots and lots of solar activity. A lot of people, it's a hard one to get your head around, but a lot of people sort of think, well, we're at solar maximum, and so therefore we should have DX everywhere. Well, yes, you can, but with solar maximum also comes coronal holes, flares, fast solar wind, etc. So consequently, the noise goes up, the black ups goes up, and you're quite right. There has been a lot of solar activity recently, which is accounts for a lot of aurora as well. I mean, aurora's great. I'm not an aurora watcher, but if you can catch aurora on 2 meters, it's always a fun mode of propagation. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. But I was just telling your countryman, John, he was a Mike 7 just before you called me. I was telling him that I really enjoy sporadic E, and I really enjoy working, you know, very, very short contacts. So obviously, you know, the short contacts, such as for me, I mean, Belgium and northern France and that are a lot closer than you are. But you're quite a good single hop contact, and I really get a thrill out of work in Scotland as much as I do, say, North America or South America or whatever, you know. It's all the fun of the game, you know. Some people, they just want DX, or they just want, I don't know, long distance in general. Me, I like to work anyone under any propagation. Now, as for sporadic E, for me, it has actually been not too bad. I've had a few days where I've called 10 meters, and I've had 20 or 30 replies, all very short skip on 10 meters. So the sporadic E seems to work in my favour. I don't know, maybe it's my antenna. I do tend to transmit better than I receive as well. So maybe it's just the antenna, and you know, different antennas, you get, you know, like a different way of working. Anyway, I've talked too long, and long enough to actually lose you, Chris. So I better hand it back. GM1 KHU M0 JCF. Yeah, Chris, pretty much lost you on that last over. I did hear you, I'm pretty sure I heard you say 73, but yeah, you've dropped down to about a 2 and 1 to a 3 and 1, and just inside my noise floor. Silly things like putting on the preamp just brought up the noise as much as the signal. So if you can hear me, mate, I wish you 73 for now, and look forward to the next time. If you hear me calling, make sure you job in there, Chris. On all the very best, and I'll log you on QRZ, no problem. GM1 KHU M0 JCF. Cheers, Chris. Take care, mate. Okay, nothing is heard. CQ, CQ, CQ10, 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 CQ, CQ, CQ10. Calling CQ10 via sporadic E.
Sugar, Bravo, 7 sugar.
Okay, I've got something 7 and a sugar. There may have been several signals there, but go ahead again, sir. Let me try to get you in the logbook. The name side is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles or 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. So go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Sugar, Bravo, 7 sugar. You and Sierra, Bravo, 7 Sierra. We have worked several times before. Name is George. Golf Echo Oscar, Romeo Golf Echo George, and you're 5 and 9, over.
Thank you, George, for the 5 and 9, and yeah, I'll check on QRZ myself and see when we've worked. But great to hear you today via sporadic E. You're about 5 and 8 on the peak, a little bit of QSB. But, you know, it's the nature of sporadic E. 1 minute you'll be there good and loud. The next minute you'll be totally gone. I'm using an IC-7300 today. I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. And the power output is about 100, 110 watts or so from the back of the radio. So that's the story, George. SpE7S. This is M0 JCF.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mark. Yeah, I'm running my Hermes Light today. Hermes Light small SDR radio, and power is a kilowatt. Antenna is a 9, element 5 band up to beam, and has 3 active elements here on 10 meters. And I'm beaming almost in your direction. Not exactly, but good enough. M0 JCF, Sugar Bravo 7 Sugar.
Yeah, Sugar Bravo 7 Sugar, M0 JCF returning. Revised report for you, George. Now 5 and 9. Absolutely stonking great signal. Also, George, I think you were the one that put me onto a website called DX Maps. And you was the one that told me, this was a few weeks ago. I see we worked in May. And I think you told me, you know, there was you could see a cloud over the Denmark area. And that's how we were probably working. And so, do you know what? I've gone to that website quite religiously now, and it works very, very well. I've narrowed it down to just sporadic E, single and multiple hop. I sort of, you know, just go to the sporadic E MUF tab on the end on the far right, and you know what, it works wonders, and it seems to be quite accurate in that when I see where the groupings are and where the MUF has gone above 30 megahertz, I can almost guarantee that in a straight line from my QTH through that cloud, or you know, refracted from that supposed cloud about 250 miles, maybe 300-400 kilometers away, I can normally get someone. Now all my contacts today, including yourself, have been Scotland and Northern Germany, and I did hear Danish stations as well. So thank you for that. It worked very well. Back to you, SpE7S M0 JCF.
Roger, Mark. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, if you look at my QRZ.com page, sorry, of the picture of the shack, you see on the shelf above the radios, I have two monitors. I have one 32-inch TV, which showing Simon's world map with the grey line. And the small one also shows the same map in that picture. But that was just that time, because I always have that little laptop up there on the shelf on DX Maps with exactly that map, sporadic E-cloud over Europe. So this season, this time of the year, it's constantly monitoring that web page up on the shelf, so I can just raise my head a bit or raise my eyes and have a look and see the cloud over.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Well, I will check that out later, but yeah, I can see we've worked multiple times now on 10 meters. But you know, it's a great website. I don't obviously fixate myself on it, but sometimes, you know, I look at it and if I see that, you know, the map is totally blank, and then that means sometimes, yeah, I'll go off and do something else. I'm either reading a book, doing some gardening, you know, some car maintenance, something like that. But you know, if I do see lots of sporadic E and I've got nothing more important to do, then you know, I do actually come up and CQ. And it's quite funny because earlier I was looking at the map and it was blank, but I would just thought to myself, do you know, I'll give it a quick CQ 10 meters. When I looked at the band scope on this radio, I only saw the Danish signal. He was in 28.3 something. So I thought, well, there's definitely propagation between us and Denmark. So suspecting possible E-cloud over the North Sea. And so I put out a few calls, and as I say, I was getting Germany, Scotland, Sweden, you know, no problem. So yeah, it's a great tool, and I think a useful tool, and I have actually started using it myself. Now, I've never been a user of the DX cluster either, and so I've actually started, you know, putting my my data in, you know, for, you know, to bring up a more accurate map for other people. It just, you know, I noticed that I do come up on a cluster. As I say, it's not something that I use, but you know, if it helps other people, I think it's a very useful tool. Back to you.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I use it a lot, both for monitoring Aurora QSOs and especially sporadic E. That's what I've used it for. Okay, I will let you go, Mark. I will let you carry on. Call CQ. I will go upstairs. We will get the dinner running shortly here at just before 6 o'clock. Take care. Have a very good evening. Thanks for the new QSO, and I'm glad I could give you some advice that you find useful. M0 Juliet Charlie Fox. Have a great evening, Mark. Sugar Bravo 7 Sugar. Bye bye.
Yeah, SB7 SM0 JCF George, always a pleasure, and yeah, it's great to get that knowledge from you. As I say, not being a cluster user, I totally missed this, and it's turned out to be quite a fantastic tool. And I do use social media, and I do let people know, you know, go to this website, look what's happening now, get on your radios, because you know, too many people are saying, oh, the bands are dead, the bands are dead. And as you say, for Aurora, Tropo, that sort of thing, it must also be, you know, equally useful. Take care, enjoy your dinner. I've got a chili. I made a chili yesterday. I've got a nice hot spicy chili for tonight, and I'll be having that later, George. Take care, good luck, bye bye for now.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we will have some herring and boiled potatoes, and that will be the first harvest of our own potatoes that we grow in the garden here. My wife took up some of them this weekend, so this will be the first of our own homegrown potatoes for this year. Take care, Mark. See you later. M0 JCF Sugar Bravo 7 Sugar. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye-bye, old friend. Yeah, I do like herring. I like pickled herring, and I do like boiled potatoes as well, new potatoes. You'll have to tell me on our next QSO all about your wife's potato antics, and you know, maybe we can swap some potato recipes. A QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox, southeast of England. Nothing is heard. CQ10, CQ 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, calling CQ10, CQ on 10. CQ10, CQ on 10. Here is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, 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 calling CQ10, CQ on 10.
Italy 5 Charlie, Echo.
I think I've got Italy 5 Charlie Tango Echo. Please let me know if I got that wrong, and apologies if I did. My name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm in the southeast of England, about 20 kilometres southeast from the city of London, and I'll get you confirm your call sign, and then I'll give you a report and some technical details. So back to you, Italy 5 Charlie Tango Echo. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England.
Hello, M0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. This is Italy 5 Charlie Tango Echo. Italy 5 Charlie Tango Echo. You have it right, Mark. Very good afternoon to you, and thanks for the comeback. Your report here is about 35 and anywhere between 6 and 8 or so. It's on QFB. Not too many stations on 10 meters at this time. Just a couple of Germans and then T and QSO somewhere higher. Then you speak that one.
Yeah, India 5 Charlie Tango Echo Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox returning. Thank you for the superb report, Peter. Interestingly, you started off 5 and 7, and then as you were going through that last over, your signal dropped way down to about a 4 and 1, and then came up slightly at the end of it. You're my first contact in your direction this afternoon. All of my sporadic E contacts so far in the last half an hour have been Northern Germany, Denmark, Scotland, and Sweden. So all of my contacts have been across the North Sea in a north to a northeast direction. You are the first one in the southeast from me. But yeah, peaking 5 and 7. Well, today, Peter, I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna, so an omnidirectional antenna. I'm using just 100 watts, and that is from the back of an IC-7300. So I'm using just a standard power, simple antenna, and a very common radio, Peter. Back to you.
Yes, Roger, Mark, 0 JTM, Charlie Tango Echo. Everything okay, 100% for QFB. The band is, I would say 500 feet.
Yeah, I5 CTE M0 JCF returning. A little bit difficult to hear you now, Peter. Your signal dropped right down to my local noise floor. It's Santiago 1 noise floor, and you were consistently in it. It was very difficult to hear what you were saying. I'll give you the whiskey x-ray here. Oh, sorry, I know you're using a 500 watts and a 3-element beam. I know that much, and I think you gave me the weather report, and the whiskey x-ray here is about 25, maybe 26 degrees. My shack is 33 degrees, so it's about 26 outside. We've got just a small amount of cloud, mainly blue skies, but we are expecting the next 3 or 4 days for the outside temperature to be over 30 degrees. I won't hold it with you any longer, Peter. It was great to get you in the logbook today. I have logged you on QRZ. But it's really hard work on that last overhearing you, considering your calling was so strong. So can I say grazie mille, and hopefully we'll work again. 73 to the family. Arrivederci. Ciao, ciao.
Okay, Mark, and 0 JCF, this is I5 CTE turning on your signal have been a persistent
Thanks, Peter. Very, very difficult to hear much of that over, but I did get what you were saying. And yeah, I like sporadic E also. I think it's a fantastic propagation mode on 10 and 12 meters. Good luck, and look for me again. We'll do this again, no problem. QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England. Then nothing is heard. CQ10, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, CQ on 10. Okay, I believe an India Tango 8 called me. Unfortunately, very, very weak to me. You were about a 3 and 1, just a 3 and 1. I didn't complete your call sign, but my name is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm in the southeast of England, about 20 kilometres southeast from the city of London. I'll try to give you a proper report on the next over, but I need to complete your call sign. You were very weak, sir. Apologies for that. The India Tango 8, this is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Okay, I think I've got India Zulu 8, Delta X-Ray Bravo, Maurizio, Naples in Italy. Maurizio, if you can hear me, very, very weak, sir, very weak. The best I could give you would be a 4 and 1. The best signal I can give you, 4 and 1, and with QSB you drop below that. So it's very, very difficult to hear you, but I did get your call sign. Italy Zulu 8, Delta X-Ray Bravo. I will log you with a 4 and 1 report on QRZ, but I don't think today we're going to have a long QSO. It's just not working for me at this time. Sporadic E is good for me to the north and the northeast, but not good for me to the southeast at the moment. I'm using an IC-7300, 100 watts, maybe 110 watts, and the antenna is just a 5/8 wave vertical. That's the story, Maurizio. If you can hear me, can I wish you 73 and good luck, and I say grazie mille, old friend. Italy Zulu 8, Delta X-Ray Bravo. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
Yes, that's incredible, Mark. And I have heard very fast last one each side. All the main stage lost because propagation went down. And on last few boards, I copied you with the pattern 7 very strange with propagation. Probably you are copying me fine now. Mark, thank you very much for the content. The QSB is very heavy, so it's not possible to make a longer QSO. But I thank you for the shortcut and for the report. Now, have a nice summer, Mark. Mike 0 Julie Charlie Fox, India Zulu 8, Delta X-Ray Bravo.
Yeah, thank you, Maurizio. Just for your logbook, a revised report for you. You're peaking 5 and 5. You peaked 5 and 5, lovely and clear to me. But then the QSB started dropping you again. So yeah, it's not going to be a long one. It's not being in our favour today. The sporadic E isn't being kind to us. But I can give you 5 and 5 was your peak, and that's what I'm going to put in QRZ. Take care, and I wish you good luck, Maurizio. And always find me on 10 metres when there's a sporadic E opening, sometimes 12 metres, and we'll do this again. Good luck. Grazie mille. Arrivederci. Ciao, ciao.
Very good topic, love. So take care and good luck to you. Okay, ciao, my friend.
QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox, southeast of England. Nothing is heard. CQ.